Hey there, folks. It's Matt once again. Welcome back to another review, the final of the Adam Sandler movie reviews. Now, I did say I was not going to do all of his movies, but I would do most of them because he's made a lot of movies. It's a lot to get through every single one of them. So maybe one day down the road, I'll go back and do ones for The Waterboy, Spanglish, Eight Crazy Nights, the Meyerowitz stories, The Cobbler. A couple, maybe when his next one or a couple other ones come out, then maybe I'll do that. But for now, since this is the newest one on Netflix, thanks to someone I know, I was able to see his Netflix movies because I don't have Netflix. So if you watch it, thank you for that. And it is The Week Of. Came out this year, starring Adam Sandler and Chris Rock. And the two best words to describe the film is dull, mediocre. It's a it'll be probably like a rant slash review because it didn't piss me off. Now maybe that's because I'm numb from watching The Ridiculous Six, Jack and Jill, Going Overboard, That's My Boy, Pixels, much worse Adam Sandler movies than this. I know someone mentioned this is the worst film ever made. I disagree. I've seen Feeders. I've seen Feeders 2. I've seen Going Overboard. I've seen Norbit. I've seen Mountaintop Motel Massacre and Horror House on Highway 5. I've seen a lot of worse movies than this. But this one, the fact you have Adam Sandler and Chris Rock together, it should have been a lot better. And also with Netflix, I don't know what it is with Adam Sandler when he does Netflix movies. They have to be badly paced. Like, the one I could deal with is The Do-Over. Like, of the Netflix movies, I would say that's my favorite of his. But, like, Ridiculous Six was 2 hours. Sandy Wexler, which I didn't hate, that's over 2 hours. This is almost 2 hours. They don't need to be this fucking long. They really don't. And this is like watching sort of a 2 hour episode of a show. It has kind of low production values. And the plot, Adam Sandler's daughter and Chris Rock's son are getting married. So the story is Adam Sandler invites Chris Rock and his family out, and it's the meshing of these two families in this house. And Adam Sandler wants to pay for it, even though he's lower class. And Chris Rock is like, "Hey, I'm rich. I'm a heart surgeon. Let me pay for it." But Adam Sandler's like, "No, I don't want to do that because I want to pay for it." And we find out later it's because he doesn't want to disappoint his daughter. I don't hate the film because, in a way, it's harmless. It's a really harmless movie. It's not out there crazy. I mean, the craziest bit is him, Adam Sandler, the woman who plays Adam Sandler's wife, and Steve Buscemi. They put these bats in City Hall because they don't want the daughter to be married there because they had an arrangement, things got fucked up. So, in order to make her go, "Oh, I don't want to be there, let's put some bats in there and they'll make the news and she'll see on the news." It's like, okay, we won't go. Like, the, the crazy, I mean, it's not blended where it cuts away to our two characters watching rhinos fuck. It's not That's My Boy where the first 10 minutes is about fucking pedophilia or a joke about you jizzed on that woman's dress, or oh the fiance is fucking her brother. Yeah, it's nothing that insane. That's what I mean. It's harmless. Adam Sandler, I don't mind. I like the concept of him and Chris Rock working together, although should be a much funnier movie. And that's the thing. This movie's just not that funny. It got some smiles out of me. Adam Sandler does have a good moment where he's talking with his daughter and he's like, "I didn't want to have to think about the last thing I'll ever get to do for you, and I'm losing you." And she's like, "No, you're not losing me." So that was a good moment for him. But the problems, it's not that funny. Chris Rock is seems underused. It's not that he's in the film for only 5-10 minutes. Is that I know Chris Rock can be funnier than this, and he's I don't almost phoning it in. I almost want to say that he's phoning it in, or it's just he's not given much material to work with. And the movie needed a lot more Chris Rock, Adam Sandler together. That's one of the other big problems. Because the movie, with this 2-hour running time, it's too busy with other characters that who gives a shit. The uncle that comes in who has no legs because of diabetes. And then other people, strangers, think he's a World War II vet. Oh, he lost his legs in the war. And even the mayor's like, oh my god, you please speak and we'll honor you in City Hall. And I'm thinking, okay, this guy's very old. I bet he's going to die. And he does. That's from watching National Lampoon's Vacation and other movies like that. If you see an old person that's a relative, more good chance they'll die in the movie. And that happens. But you didn't need this fucking neighbor that at the end they shacks up with the Asian girl. You didn't need any of that. You didn't need this other relative, Adam Sandler, who this other guy has to keep saying, wait, don't no loud laughing. He'll get triggered. Oh, we're at a bachelor party. Nope, no loud music. He'll get triggered. It's like dumbass teen who gets triggered over. Again, this is shit you did not need. Like, it should have just been Adam Sandler and Chris Rock face to face, mano a mano. Not physical, but verbal wise. I think that would have been much more fun of a movie. Much more entertaining of a movie. And you cut out all this shit that you didn't need. Like, you didn't really need Steve Buscemi in the film. I know Steve Buscemi is in, like, every other Adam Sandler film. From beginning at Airheads and Billy Madison to he's a voice in Hotel Transylvania movies. He was in The Cobbler. He was in Grown Ups 1 and 2. He doesn't need to be in every fucking, almost like every other film. And you didn't need his character. Because he's the son of the old guy who has no legs. So that's what I mean. I mean, there are moments that made me chuckle, like at the beginning when Adam Sandler can't fold the wheelchair for the old guy and he's getting pissed off about it. Or he sees these two guys walking by who happen to be black by his house. He's like, come on in, we got breakfast. And these two guys are like, okay. Oh, hey, it's Jermaine. Your name's Jermaine? Here's Jermaine. And the other relative's like, who are they? So Adam Sandler just invited these two guys because they're black. And he thought, oh, they're relatives. So they're not. That's what, like, the little moments like that worked. But, you know, there's little hijinks like Chris Rock sleeping and he feels what he thinks are tits, but it's the nubs of the old guy's legs. At one point, Chris Rock's hands get burned, and Sandler's wife puts honey on them. The woman who played Adam Sandler's wife, she was pretty annoying as well. She was irritating. I did not like her at all. But, you know, Adam Sandler, I don't think he was playing an asshole. Some people say, oh, he plays assholes in a lot of movies. I did not think he was an asshole at all. I don't, people think, oh, Adam Sandler was phoning in. I think Adam Sandler does a decent job. Again, he has like a good moment when he's talking with his daughter in the third act. And it's not a lot of dick jokes, piss jokes, cum jokes, like in That's My Boy. Like, it's not a lot of that stuff. That's what I mean. It's a harmless movie, but it's too long. It needed a lot more Rock and Sandler. It should have been just those two fighting each other. And I mean, the plot you've seen a lot. You know, a wedding and two families try to mesh together. And I don't know if just the writing was lazy or they just, you know, the pacing. There's a lot of stuff that could be cut out. Again, I can't say I hated. It's sort of like I'm sitting there, it's background noise. I'm like, once in a while, And the credits is Adam Sandler and Chris Rock sitting down and talking. And it's not the most hilarious dialogue, but I'm like, you know what? The movie should have been more about this. These two guys hanging out, trying to bond with each other, trying to mesh with each other. And, I would, Chris Rock did have a ton to do in the longest yard, but yeah, I would put the longest yard above this. And that's the thing, you get these two guys. I know Adam Sandler can be funny. I've seen quite a few of his, reviewed quite a few of his I enjoy. I know Chris Rock can be funny. The two of them as the stars, without sharing it, should have been a lot funnier. And I don't know why Chris Rock, he seems underused. His character isn't much. He seems like maybe he wasn't around a lot for his family. You get that inkling. But it seems like it's not tons of screen time with just the two of them together, Sandler and Chris Rock. And that should have been most of the movie. And like the writing's a bit lazy. So I would say this, if you found it on cable or Netflix or online, you'd give it one watch, but I wouldn't be surprised if people didn't like it. I can't even call it a good movie. It's just, it was a time waster at best, but maybe I'm being too kind on it because after going a marathon of Jack and Jill, That's My Boy, fucking Pixels, Blended, fucking other shit, maybe this just doesn't look as bad compared to Ridiculous 6. Compared to Ridiculous 6, this is an Oscar contender. Compared to Ridiculous 6, this is Play Strays Automobiles compared to that movie. So maybe I'm giving the benefit of the doubt, but at the same time, it should have been a lot better. And it's, go back to the beginning, dull, mediocre. Does that not need to be nearly 2 hours long? It did not. Trying to think what else happened in the movie. In the third act, the wedding goes by really quick. I'm kind of surprised by that. In a good way, because usually when they show the wedding, it goes on forever. No, this was like 30 seconds and then it's done. So I kind of am thankful for that. This fire breaks out, and they get out fine, and then they have a party afterwards. But yeah. Oh, another, like the Sandler's wife, that character was annoying. Another annoying character was the kid who got triggered all the time, like teen. And then also this fucking guy, because a part of the plot is Adam Sandler wants to put Chris Rock in this hotel and his family, Chris Rock's family, but the fucking thing keeps leaking, and the guy who owns it always giggles, and even to the point where Adam Sandler's like, "Why do you keep giggling? What's so funny?" I wanted Adam Sandler to beat the fuck out of this guy who I call the giggler. I've called Death Wish 3. He killed the giggler. I wish in this movie, kill the giggler. Call Charles Bronson, get the Wildy Magnum. But this guy always giggled and laughed. I was waiting for him or Chris Rock to beat Chris Rock to beat the fuck out of this guy. He was irritating the hell out of me. And this thing, did you need that giggler guy? No. Just have Adam Sandler and Chris Rock going face to face. Why not do that? And you could do that in an 80, 90-minute movie. And cut out the stupid fucking neighbor shot with the Asian chick and the trigger kid and the giggler, and cast someone else as Adam Sandler's wife because the actress did nothing, irritated me. You don't need Steve Buscemi. You want to have the old guy, fine. But you do cut away a little bit to characters like that, but fuck, man. Adam Sandler and Chris Rock should have been in this together a lot more. Or have a road trip movie. It's a typical cliche plot, but just have the both of them on a road trip and all this crazy shit happens. Let them attempt to do their own version of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. It won't be as good as it, because Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is a classic. Tommy Boy is a classic. But let Adam Sandler and Chris Rock do their attempt at least. Hell, I'm sure The Odd Couple 2 would be a lot better, and I like The Odd Couple 2. But that would be a more interesting attempt with those two actors than this. Just the two of them trying to go back and forth with a better, stronger, wittier script. So, yeah, this is a review slash rant slash review, however you want to put it. But kind of a weak way to end the Adam Sandler marathon. But you know what? Maybe one day down the road, I'll go back and, like I said, Waterboy, Spanglish, things of that nature. But as for now, thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.